I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Cool. Hey everyone, this is the Flying Rodent, and this is also my Let's Play of Skyrim on Legendary difficulty. Last episode, we stuck it out and we ground enchanting to 100. So we now have 100 enchanting, but what we don't have are the 8 perk points necessary to make use of 100 enchanting. So this video we're going to hopefully accomplish a couple of things. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get alteration to 40, and then once alteration is at 40, then we can use that to purchase telekinesis. The second thing we're going to do is once we've got enchanting, once we get to level 40, which this may well help with, for reasons we'll explain later, then we can select the extra effect perk and begin to make our first set of properly crafted items. We've waited until level 40 to even bother crafting anything useful for ourselves, but that's the way this build goes, because you spend all of your effort first on combat skills that are not related to crafting, like bound bow and conjuration, illusion, etc., and then you use that as a buffer to then work your way through the crafting skills in an efficient fashion come the mid-game, because we did kind of manage to get enchanting from 70 to 100 in around about a couple of hours, which isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. And the reason why we got to do that is because we'd set up quite a few things beforehand. So the reason why I'm going here, I don't actually know why I'm going here, because I don't need to go here. What we need to do is we need to go back to Solstheim, and then we need to go to a place called Treva's Watch. And then once we are in Treva's Watch, we can get something that will help us make our first enchanted item. So that will be the aim for this mission, this particular guide. So first, we do have quite a lot of iron daggers that we still need to sell. As you can see, their values are bugged, so what we'll need to do is when the time comes, we'll need to enchant some to reset their value, but we're not going to try, we're going to try and hold off doing that until we have extra effect. So what was I coming here for? That's what I was doing. I was going to buy stone flesh. We figured it out. Alright, the reason why we want to buy stone flesh is because it is better for increasing alteration than oak flesh is, which is what we've been using currently. So we're going to buy that from you, because you sell apprentice level spells of each spell school. So there we go, stone flesh, thank you. Alright, so we will quick bar that, and then we will make you 6, because that is the convention that we've decided on. If we are going to quick bar anything in combat that we sort of switch between our sort of auxiliary practice spells, we usually make them 6. That's just the convention that we've decided on. You don't have to do that. You can instead use another convention. But basically I've even still got these quick barred, but I barely use them. So basically I have bound bow, healing, and Conjure Dremora Lord, which are kind of on 1, 2, and 3, just above WAS and D, and then also flames. So they're kind of my in combat spells that I want to try and switch between simply. And then 5, I've got Candlelight. So the 5, 6, 7, 8, I've got my auxiliary spells that I don't use as frequently. So I would recommend doing something similar to that with your quick bar. So make 1 to 4 things that you will use a lot in combat, and make 5 to 8 things that you probably won't use a lot in combat. Or if you are going to use them in combat, they're going to be situational and you're going to be quite safe to do so. Alright, that's enough for that. Let's go and kill some things.
Northern Maiden is shipshape, ready to go.
The Northern Maiden is shipshape, ready to go.
Alright, that's encouraging. Let's go to little Kolbjorn Barrow for part 3 of 4.
Those soldiers weren't worth much.
Alright. But first we'll check his new entry, because he has this collection of entries that he's going through. So we've read 19, 20, 21, now we got 22. So this is the Evolving Saga, if you bother to look around for his journal entries. Here we go. If it weren't for the comfort brought upon by my invisible friend, foreshadowing, I would have fled this place long ago. I wish I had realised earlier that this was not a group, but a master who contains multitudes. He has guided me into a true understanding of the Barrow, and I greatly desire to meet with him. My insight into this place is now so intuitive, so fundamental, that I almost feel as if I built it myself. I explained to the workers how to use the tile set, but they seem too afraid or uncoordinated to properly step on each of the tiles quickly enough, foreshadowing for a puzzle that you have to solve. No problems, nothing that the master cannot solve. We will be able to converse properly soon enough. So yes, you got this epic foreshadowing of maybe someone is in Rallis's head.
Oh, I was hoping I wouldn't see you quite so soon. Yes, well, the mercenaries did their jobs. Worth every centime. Of course, they might disagree. The dead ones, anyway. Gods, what a disaster. I feel like we've done this before. But that just means we're getting good at it. You go make the Draugr dead again, and I'll keep the rest of these Enwas from rubbing off.
Alright. So yeah. Let's go make the Draugr dead again.
They couldn't hold off the Draugr.
So yeah, we want to get alteration to 40. So we are going to hold back on the combat as much as we can. Okay. What is wrong with my quick bar? There we go. For some reason I'm not switching to Dremora Lord. Is that because... the keys changed. That was the thing. So you're 2 and you're 3. Good. Let's keep going. Hi. Then we'll cast some Stone Flesh, because that's a new thing we can do. And apparently there was another thing we were fighting. So we uncovered this little chest here. Which has nothing interesting in it. That is a Draugr Deathlord again. So, hey guys, let's go kill the Draugr Deathlord. He doesn't have the max level. Shout. Where's Dremora Lord number 2? Alright, let's make sure you guys... Nope, okay, we got 2 of them back. Let's go back to Stoneflesh. Nope. And we'll soul trap you for good measure. Please don't turn around and kill someone, go. Alright. There we go. Now I can summon a bow and I can lag out to the extreme. Because that's good fun. Thanks. Yeah, he's only got a honed great sword, so we won't bother with him. If we do find... I kind of forgot last time we did find an ebony war axe and we enchanted it because we were a bit silly. That is a dragon word wall that we'll uncover, but not yet. And this is a bridge which I have never frickin' figured out how to retract. Ever. I assume there's a switch somewhere, but each time I've done this, I've never figured out where the hell the switch is for that particular bridge. I assume it exists, but we've never found it. Anyway, we can make do. Hi. Oh, hey, Dremora. Nice. Yep, that was meant to happen. So yeah, the whoosh, oh, in the background is because there's a word wall, but we can't access it. Alright, we're being a bit annoying. And I think we can't soul trap anything else, because I saw I soul trapped that. Yeah, we don't have any more gems. Okie doke. Nah, you guys can stay here, alright? And we can make our way down together. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. So hopefully, old mate Dremora comes in here. Hey. Let's start from over here this time. Ooh, good guess. Maybe need to go up. Oh, so close. So close yet so far. Let's go slightly down. No, we need to go up. Ooh, okay. We're maybe like here. Oh my goodness. What a joke. It'll be like a frame down. There we go. Alright, surprise! Ooh, there's some spideys. So these guys... they are quite low on health, but they can deal quite a lot of damage. So and you can also use them to make some special crafted things in another cabin, which we are currently not concerned with. We're just here to loot the things, so let's go and loot the things, eh? Get a little gem, pick up the plate and something else crap. That has a trap attached to it, so we're just going to do that and then move backwards very quickly, like so. Don't get stabbed. That's this trap, so let's save before one of our followers boops us into the battering ram. Yeah. Oh, there we go, and there's a scourge. Oh. Jesus Christ. Now we're on. You hit. There we go. And the scourge got hit. Thanks, trap. Doody doo. Cool. Thanks, man. Let's just wait a bit until we get some more magic back, shall we? So that opens this door, but there is a way to open one of these from memory. Oh, that shuts that. Oops. So maybe that's... someone's fighting something. It'd be nice to know where. Is it over here? Oh, that's right. They're down here. Okay. Thanks, Lydia. And then you flick this switch, and then it opens something backwards. That's what I'm after. Yeah, here we go. Sweet gauntlets. So what do the gauntlets do? The gauntlets make wards less effective, but absorb 50% of the magicka. So they're 50% spell absorption gauntlets, which is nothing to sneeze at. Oh no, right. Your wards are less effective, but the wards absorb magicka. Okay, we don't use wards, so they're useless. I thought they were 50% magicka resistant gauntlets. Really didn't read that properly. Just tripwire, all the rocks. Hit these guys, and then we will do this again. Oh, hi. How you doing? Do you want to come back? Okay. Hello? Fight! Oh, stabby, stab, stab. I do no damage. Next. Uh, 37. We're getting there. That's a scourge. Thanks, guys. That's up to you. Howdy come, doo doo. Is there anything to loot? Oh yeah, there's this thing, and that's that's a normal draw. Okay, we're fine. That's the sort of thing you gotta worry about at this level. Random archers on perches. go. Go team! Smack the Draugr. We might as well join in. We've got one more alteration point to get, and we should get that in another fight. So we'll speed this along. Apparently I'm doing sneak attack damage, unless I did that to Lydia. Oops. Oops, sorry Jamora. Oh, they died. Whoops. That's one. And that's two. And now we wait. And we go again. Right. Point blank shot. Come on. Goodbye. Alright. Alright, we have cleared the barrow. So the next thing we can do is we can do this cool little puzzle that was mentioned in the journal. So the way you do that is you basically need to stand on all of these things and have them all activated at the same time. So one thing you can do to help out the cough is you can use this cool shout, which we haven't used before, which is the slow time shout. So we're going to give this a go, like so. Run, 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 and we did it. Alright, and you kind of need to jump to get to this thing. And we have the Ring of Arcana. Now this is a favourite item of certain legendary characters that like destruction. So this allows you to cast a spell called Ignite. What Ignite does is it does 4 points of fire damage over 15 seconds. It doesn't sound like much, but when you put into perspective that it costs less than Firebolt and it does 2.5 times the net damage, it's not a bad spell. And then when you augment that, can I get out now? When you augment that with the aspect of Terror perk in Illusion. So where are we? Illusion is ... Probably already went around in a big circle. Illusion's here. If you augment that with aspect of Terror, and then you also take augmented flames times 2, then you can make it go from 4 damage over 15 seconds to 21 damage over 15 seconds, and then you can dual cast it, meaning that it will do about 44 damage over 15 seconds, and it stacks with itself, so you have quite a nasty little spell if you do that. But you kind of need to invest it a lot into destruction before this point. And it's pretty freaking hard to train destruction on legendary difficulty. Just to reference him again, the Major Slack Attack legendary build that he wrote a book about, the method that he uses to basically get through early destruction is he just buys training for it until you get impact, and then he just relies on slowly increasing it via shooting fireballs that have impact augmentation. Which is, I guess, is a way of leveling destruction, but it is not the way that this build decided to go, because instead we like summoning Beavis and Butthead. So we traded the ability to use the Ring of Arcana over Beavis and Butthead. You can, of course, hone in on destruction ability with this build if you want to in the early and mid game, and then you make better use of something like that, but we didn't. So FYI, if you want to do that, you can. And then you can get the Ring of Arcana, and then you can do quite a lot of impressive damage. But sadly, not as impressive a damage as when you have fully maxed crafting.
Glad I can count on you.
That's the aim, isn't it?
I think we're almost to the bottom of the barrel.
So yeah, it's basically the highest DPS option in the game outside of crafting, is using the Ring of Arcana plus Augmented Flames plus Aspect of Terror perk. For those interested.
But for enough gold, I can do it. Just barely. 5,000.
Sure.
I know. And coin is the only counterweight for a bad reputation. Have you got the money?
Yep.
Good, good. This time I'll spring for some more experienced muscle. That should do the trick.
Yep. Keep in mind he's secretly realizing that he's sacrificing all of this muscle willingly. Alright, so that's part 3 of 4 out of the way. Let us go back to Skyrim now, and what we'll do is we will get the Enchanter's Elixir, because we will need that when we go to do our enchanting shenanigans. So what the Enchanter's Elixir does is it fortifies enchanting skill by 25 points, and if you haven't put much effort into alchemy yet, as we have not, then it is probably the best option you have for boosting alchemy skill. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Treva's Watch. Now Treva's Watch is a fort down here that has a lot of bandits at it, and I mentioned that bandit archers do a lot of damage. Well, we're about to find out that they do. So yeah, I was kind of hoping that we would be able to take the mage armor perk before we fought our first set of bandit marauder archers, but alas, we don't have the room. That was Lydia. Alright. And I have a cat scratching at my door, so I might just do this. Okay, cat dealt with. Hopefully, we'll see. Anyway, so we're going to Treva's Watch, which is kind of approximately in this direction. Once again, dry cough, but not COVID. No, we did not deal with the cat. I might have to put the cat in the laundry. Assists. It's the cat's bedtime. And the cat will do parkour all over the furniture in here if we don't put it to bed. So I might have to put it to bed in the laundry. It does have a little bed to sleep in the laundry. It's not in squalor by any means. That's basically the alternative to it deciding to run across all the furniture at 2 to 3 AM because cats are nocturnal and stuff. So hopefully people with cats in the audience sympathise with my plight. I think that's Treva's Watch. From memory, it is next to Serethi Farm, that looks like a farm. So I'm going to assume that this is Serethi Farm. Alright, to Serethi Farm and beyond. Doody-doo. So yeah, in the Reach as well. Ooh, are these...
That spell looks dangerous. Keep your distance.
I'm pretty sure they were here several levels ago, and they haven't moved. Because I remember coming this way when I was running to Iverstead from Riften. Yeah, I'm gonna... That is something I can't see. Ooh, it's a Dark Brotherhood assassin. Okay. I mean, nothing Beavis and Butthead can't handle, but they can bull rush you and do a lot of damage. Do do do. Do do do. Goodbye. Alright, and you have a glass dagger and an orcish sword. and a note telling you about the Dark Brotherhood. There you go. Apparently you had a contract, and failure is not an option and stuff. But yeah, kind of was, wasn't it? Because they failed. Oops. Alright, this is, I think, yes, it is Serethi Farm. So Serethi Farm is the Nirnroot Farm. How cool's that? So once we finally discover the farm, ... there we go. So what is the Nirnroot Farm? Well, if you complete the main quest up to the point where you visit Blackreach, I believe, then you will find the Crimson Nirnroot within Blackreach, and if you deliver a bunch of samples of Crimson Nirnroot to this lady, then you get this cool power that means you have a 25% chance of creating an extra potion every time you make a potion. We haven't bothered to do that because we haven't really advanced the main quest too much beyond retrieving the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, and the reason why we only did that is to get the Become Ethereal Shout anyway, to be honest. So yeah. Alright, so this is Treva's Watch. Treva's Watch is a little bandit hideout, and these guys kind of want it back because they used to live there, so we can get them to help at the end. So where are we?
You're asking
Hi.
for trouble walking around with dangerous magic like that. Finally, reinforcements have arrived. I was expecting more, though. It better be good. We left to help with the war, and these filth bags swooped in and seized the place. My family is in there. I suspect Brurid planned this. There's been bad blood between us since the king's death. But to invade my home, kidnap my family. You ask a lot of questions for a mercenary. Just get in there and open the gate. We'll try and provide help once that's done.
Sure, let's go.
I wish we could offer more help, but our last attack went sour, and we're all that is left. Good luck.
Alright, so now you get to infiltrate the fort, and the best way to do it is from the back. Alright, so use the back door to gain access to Treva's Watch. We are going to save, because this place has bandit archers, and bandit archers can kill you in one shot. Let's demonstrate. Hi. Bandit Marauder. Sup. Okay, maybe not one shot, but they do a lot of damage. Anyway, they kill you very quickly, so we might actually have reached the health threshold where we can survive one shot from Bandit Marauders. I'm not used to this, maybe because I do this at a slightly earlier level. I'm not sure. I seem to be dying less to archers than I remember. Anyway. Where are we? Not complaining in the slightest. Alright, alteration has officially hit 40, hooray. Let's leave alteration for now. Can switch that back to you, because now you are high enough to do everything that I wanted to do. Jesus. If you'd leveled up illusion magic quite a lot, illusion is quite useful against bandits, but bandit marauders are like level 30 something, so unless you've invested perks beyond the first 3 by this point of the game, then yeah, they... Yeah, I kind of have a feeling that one of these... Because that was actually the first time that one of our Dremora died, as in from damage. That looks like a scary archer, even though he's just using a standard longbow. Okay, alright, that was a marauder who shot us and almost killed us. So yeah, there we go. That's what bandit archers do. But we did survive one shot, so that's all we need. Goodbye. Yeah, all that with an Imperial bow, which is not a very interesting bow. Alright, let's loot the marauders. There's not really too much that I want to loot, to be honest. And we didn't kind of get rid of a lot of the stuff that we were carrying before we came in, which is a bit of a worry. So what we will do is we'll offload some stuff to Lydia. I don't expect her to use any of my iron daggers. If she does, I guess it's not the end of the world. Doody-doo. And then she's gonna have a Chitin shield because that's light armor though. She won't use that. She can have a necklace of shock suppression because I haven't used this thing. So yeah, she can use that. What just happened
How can I serve you, my friend?
to the weapons? There we go. She's using an immediate dagger still, and that cat is very persistent. Alright, we'll take the gems, because you can still use them to make money and stuff from soul trapping. Not necessarily from soul trapping bandits, but from soul trapping nonetheless. Alright. Hi, there might be someone we could sneak attack here actually, so let's be stealthy like. Hi. Bye. Yeah, we're like one sneak skill away from deadly aim, by the way, but we haven't really used stealth archery too much, so I haven't really worried about getting it. But of course, that is one of the many things that this build can do. If you wanted, you too could take deadly aim and become yet another stealth archer. But we have not really used the stealth archery aspect of this build too much. We've used the archery aspect of the build quite a bit. There's a lot of traps here, so let's let Beavis and Butthead run them over instead. Alright, and we leveled up. Sweet! Just gonna get out of the road. Alright. Cool, more health. Boink. Pretty good. Take some more shots at their ankles, and they're dead. Alright, next. Hi, we will sneak a bit, because from memory this bit's a bit of a clusterfuck. So let's save, and yeah, embrace the clusterfuck. You ready? Let's go. So basically there's a bunch of bandits in here, and then there's a bunch of bandits around the corner, and I'm pretty sure one of them is a marauder that's also a mage. So yeah, we are... Ooh, and one of them's attacking me, so let's do that. And there's a chief, and we got ourselves boxed in here. So let's get ourselves out. There we go, and there's a couple more around the corner, just to make things interesting. There's our marauder mage, there's the chief, who's having a dagger duel with Lydia because of reasons. But Lydia has a shock resistant amulet, doesn't she? So yeah, go girl. Alright, I think the Dremora have finished with whoever was in the room, so now they're out here to help Lydia. That was a weird graphical glitch. Don't know how our Dremora are going, so let's just get them back and we'll summon you again. Lydia seems fine for the moment. So yeah, we're just kind of like blindly firing into a corridor and hitting people. We did just hit Lydia though, so we're trying not to hit Lydia if we can avoid it. You are still alive, so what we might do is try and get you out of the way. Thanks. There's the Marauder, who is also still alive. There's a Marauder Mage, who is very much alive. Lydia's about dead, so this could get... She might actually die here. Crap. Alright. Thanks, Dremora. Is Lydia dead? No, she's still alive. Whee! Well, this is good fun. Let's summon you guys again, because I don't know how long you've been up. Lydia's still doing stuff. Go, Lydia. Alright. Here endeth the clusterfuck. So yeah, that was about 10 bandits in one go that our little merry band of tanks took on. So thanks, guys. Yeah. That wasn't too bad, was it? If I don't say so myself. So yeah, in hectic combat situations like that, I'd suggest don't hesitate summoning more Dremora Lords, because once again, you can. They only cost about 25% of your Magicka bar by this point in the game, so after about a minute of combat, they do last 2 minutes, but after about a minute of combat, if you're like not confident on their health or the duration, you can just summon them again if you're not really spellcasting, which I wasn't. I was only really casting Bound Bow there, so yeah. It's like fighting the trolls back in the early game. Except now we have Beavis and Butthead instead of a silly little Atronach. Alright. Yeah, there's not really that much in here that's worth looting. Oh, there's a few alchemy ingredients. That's nice. I won't bother with the Iron Greatsword or the Wardrobe. Let's keep going. Now what have we got there? Imperial Bow. Meh. Dwarven War Axe. Maybe. Some boots. Yeah, I think that's all the people in this area. We're starting to loot some extreme potions now, which is nice. Spell tome for Bound Sword, in case you wanted that. So yeah, I'm not sure where the next band of people are, so I'm just going to summon these guys here, because I can't remember. It doesn't look like there's some here, so we're safe. Howdy hum. Anyone in here? No. So yeah, that's, I mean, if you want to face check a room, an easy way to do it is quite literally just to plonk a Dremora in the middle of it and see what happens. You have a summoning range because you've got the first summoner perk. You've got a summoning range of 48 feet, which is around about, let me think, about 16 meters in the, in the normal units that the rest of the world uses. Alright, let's get through here. Now this bit can get a bit hairy. That is a trap that's going to trigger and whack people in the face as they run past. But there's no one there. As you do. But what's going to happen now is that one of my companions is going to run over and whack me in the face. So I'm just going to run over here. Good work. Maybe we got some things in here to kill. There we go. About time some people showed up. I'm not sure where Lydia... Oh, there's Lydia. She's fine. Alright. With her shitty little hunting bow. So yeah, just to reiterate, we haven't bothered to give Lydia a decent bow, because we did, and then she didn't use it. For reasons. So yeah, we decided against giving her a decent bow. She can just use her silly little dagger. But that doesn't matter because she's not really here to deal damage, she's just here to tank. Alright. Now, up the top of this bit is definitely a Banner Marauder Archer that will kill us very quickly. So maybe I will finally get to demonstrate what it feels like to get one-shot by an archer, because we've been let down so far. I've built all this hype up about these mysterious archers in the mid-game that show up and then kill you in one go, but so far none of them have managed to do that. So I do remember dying to this lady at the top here once, so assuming she hasn't made her way down, then we can watch her kill us, hopefully, to try and illustrate a point. This is a random Argonian bandit. I don't see Argonian bandits much. Yeah. Argonians are kind of a bit of a hard-done race. in Skyrim. They can't really do anything interesting. They're a bit sad. Like, just about every other race has something, you know, like, unique going for it. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, maybe you could argue Imperial has also not really got anything interesting going for it. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the bandit archer at the top of the stairs who I'm now going to stand in front of and die.
Gonna rip you.
There we go. I can survive an arrow from them now. Alright, I guess I don't die. I'm used to dying there. I'm excited and disappointed at the same time. So I guess, what does that mean? If you've reached a threshold of around about 350 to 400 health, then I guess you can survive an arrow from a Drog Deathlord or a Banner. That's what that means, I guess. Unless, of course, she's just like randomly spawned with a shit bug, and which could also be the case. And so she's not really dealing that much damage. We are also like level 39. I think I've come here before at like level close to 50. And maybe she's got a bit better equipment at that. So yeah, she's got a normal frickin' longbow and she dealt about 300 damage there. Alright, anyway. Time to get what we came for. So, we are in this room. There's a few alchemy ingredients there. But with any luck, over here on this table we have an Enchanter's Elixir. Bingo! So, what does an Enchanter's Elixir do? Well, let me read some books and show you. Random Iron Dagger, Random Spell, Random Chest with loot. That wasn't a chest, that was a hat. This is a chest. Turn Undead weapon, which you can finally disenchant. Oak Flesh, because that's useful. Not. Bunch of iron ingots, an apple, and yeah. But yes, the main reason why we came here is because this is one of the guaranteed locations in the game where you can find this. The other alternative is that you do what we did with the Banished Daedra weapons and you cycle through enchanting merchants under the hope that someone's selling this. But I think the chances of that are even slimmer than finding a Banished Daedra weapon. So the next best alternative is to come here. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. In case there's anyone else around here, we'll summon these little guys. I think we have cleared this place out now, which is nice. There's a little chest over here. Some wood. There's a freaking mace that might actually kill us because it's going to come back and hit us. Nope. Okay, good. Alright, can't argue with restoration experience. Whee! And then we get out by... How do we get out? I think it's the next room. Yeah, we did. It is the next room. Alright, it's in here. That's how we get out. And we kind of want to not take fire from the archers. So once again, we're going to save. We're going to do this to be a bit sneakier, and then the first thing we're going to do when we run outside is summon Beavis and Butthead outside of our little protective cage that we came out of. So, yeah, like so, and then we're going to activate this lever, and then this bandit outlaw is going to attack Lydia. Sure. Alright, so now, in theory, yeah, Mr. Stalio has come. That's not Mr. Stalio. There's Mr. Stalio, he's come to help us do some things, but he's currently preoccupied shooting a bandit thug that's trying to run away. So what we might do... Oh, that's why we're trying to shoot a bandit that's trying to run away. There we go. So let's go and clear the fort, eh guys? Let's go clear the fort and join our little Dremora buddies. So yeah, meanwhile all the NPCs are standing here looking self-important and the Dremoras are actually getting shit done. There's one. Oh, I didn't mean to loot all those things. Yeah, anyway, we're going to get back to town and sell things eventually. One of these is probably going to be a marauder that, you know, close to one-shots me knowing my luck. So I'm just going to keep a healing spell ready in case that happens. Yeah, I think this is the last thing here. So what we might do, maybe... What can we do to help this along? We can just watch. Let's just observe the beatdown of the world versus this one bandit marauder. And now they're going to run away. Excuse me. Let's not do that. Thanks. Bonk. Group hug. Cool. Alright. I believe that's that.
You're asking for trouble walking around with dangerous magic like that.
Yeah, well, the dangerous magic just killed all the idiots that stole your fort, dickhead.
Thank you for your help. Did you see my family inside? Hopefully they made it to safety before the attack. I'll begin the search after a quick restock. Anyway, here is your reward. Thanks again.
So what he does give you is a Detect Life tome. So I guess if you come here early in the game, you can get Detect Life quite early, and Detect Life is a useful spell for stealthy characters, because then, much like in Oblivion, you can use it to detect enemies around corners and the like. But we don't really have much of a use for it, because now that we have alteration to 40, we have a much better way of practicing it. So what we might do now is go and do that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to venture all the way over here, and we're going to visit a cool little shop. So let's go do that now. Alright, so this in here is the shop that's decided to lock itself, is what it is. I hope that that's not... There we go. I hope that that's not a trend. There we go. So now we're in, and we meet these snotty-nosed high elves that think that they're above everybody. And some, like, random old dude just perving on them. And, yeah, she sells clothing, and she is the best... What? Oh my god. So, the game has stuffed up. Let's reload a save. I don't know why this shop is shut. There's no reason why the shop should be shut. So we're going to wait. So it's not locked now. So in theory now, if I go in, can I buy stuff, or is it still bugged? This is a new problem. Yeah, I think it's still bugged. Alright, okay, so between... yeah. Anyway, that's a clothing shop, and when it isn't broken, you can buy clothes from it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. Is it still locked? Yeah. This is insane. This has never happened before. Usually you're a freaking shop that's open at a freaking normal time. But for whatever reason, you've bugged. Great. Alright, anyway, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make do with clothes that we buy from somewhere else. But normally, you can buy clothes from that lady, but for whatever reason, she's decided to shut up shop and be difficult. So, yeah. Not the end of the world, but it is a bit irritating. Alright, so what we need to do now is we need to get clothing from general traders, because we can't get it from her, for no particular useful reason at all. So, what is the best way to do that? So there's a general trader here, and there's a general trader in Riverwood. That was an interesting thing I just did. But before we do that, let's just dump some stuff at home. Why not? Let's make use of the time to dump some stuff at home. And we'll go to Lydia, and then we will grab all your stuff
I am at your command.
that I've given you. So sorry, I'm going to take that kite and shield back, and all of these daggers, including them. You can keep the necklace of shock suppression, because why not? We'll amble over here to the little alchemy table and hope that the alchemy chest, and hope that we can dump everything in the alchemy chest and that'll free up enough weight. And if not, I guess we're leaving some daggers behind. Doody-doo. Crap, I just ate something, I don't know what it was. No, I didn't actually. I must have just hit enter at the right time. Oh well. I take that back. There we go, and then I ate an egg. That was what I was hoping to do. Cool. Alright, and now we can move. And we have 3,800 gold, because we've spent a lot of gold on things. So now actually might be a good time to sell some of our daggers, shall we? But before we do that, I'm pretty sure the value of these daggers is still broken, which means that we need to make some new ones in order for the game to remember how to not break them. So let's go to Dragon's Reach and make at least one, and that should be enough for the game to remember how much they're supposed to be worth. Good old buggy Skyrim, hey? Alright. Alright, so first off, make one iron dagger with a banished Deidre enchantment and using a petty soul gem. There we go, that'll do. And then it reckons that now all of our daggers are worth, drumroll, about 1,400 to 1,500 rather than, 1,000 to 1,200. So yeah, I just added the value to our daggers by making some new ones and making the game remember how much they're supposed to be worth. Goody. Alright. So, we need to get clothes from general traders in order to make our set, because the clothing shop in Solitude decided to bug out. Great. Alright, we'll wait an hour or so. I still don't know where a dragon is. It's very unsettling that we haven't fought a dragon for so long. I actually feel like the game is bugged up in some regard, because we should really be fighting more dragons than this. But we're not, for some reason. Anyway, I guess it saves us some time and makes this playthrough go a little bit quicker. So, pros and cons, right? We've got alteration, destruction, we've got carrying capacity. I don't know if we have resist frost. So in the event that we don't, I am going to splash out and spend 2,000 gold on that. Because we have the iron daggers to make it all back, don't we? Let's go with this many. Oh, and they've nicely grouped themselves now because I gave them to Lydia. That's nice. Alright, now we need to get some clothes. So to get clothes, we're going to have to go to general traders, which means good old Lucan. Chat in and see Lucan. It's been a long while.
What is it?
There's Faendal, I'm guessing, going and seeing his love interest now that he's finally got back from adventuring. He can actually spend some time with Camilla and stuff. There's the little claw.
You and me. Trinkets, odds and ends.
Alright, thanks man. So we can buy, we don't want, can we make do with robes? Yeah, we can do robes as long as they are not hooded robes, I think. Because we do, it's helmet, gauntlet, yeah, we can. Alright, so robes, as long as they are plain. We can do robes and we can do clothing. Once again, an absolute fucking pain in the ass that that lady's shop is not available, because she just makes this bit so much easier. But, anyway, we roll with the punches. Alright, that's basically all we needed. So we are, and actually it is a robe, so we are pretending to be a Jedi. It might be, and we got a hat, because we looted a hat. So now we might have a hat and a robe, and that's kind of all we need, isn't it? That's not what I wanted. Yeah, we got a hat, and we got a robe. So we're going to be a fancy Jedi. Let's go be a fancy Jedi, shall we? So what do I mean by that? We are going to get some Grand Soul Gems, which are in here. So I'll grab them all out, all 26 of them, and then we're going to go over here to our little apparel sack, where we've stored our little rings and amulets and the like, or necklaces rather. And we're going to grab all them, and then we're going to go visit an enchanting altar. Now, to make this set, you don't need to buff enchanting at all, and you don't need the extra effect perk. You could probably maybe improve this set a bit with the extra effect perk by, I don't know, adding Fortify carry weight to the set or something, but realistically that's a luxury, and you don't need it. So what am I talking about? Alright, so we're going to go over to an Enchanter, and we're going to make our first enchanted items. Go us. Actually, no, we're not yet, because we don't have the extra effect perk yet, and we want to boost our enchantment. So before we do that, we're going to do at least this. So oh, that's not what I wanted. What the fuck's going on? 3, 4, 5, and we've got one there, and then we got one there, and then the next the next level will get extra effect. But now, at the very least, our enchantments should in theory be as strong as they can be. So let's just test that. So if I got a hat, and then I enchanted it with Fortify Alteration, and then I put a Grand Soul Gem on it, it costs 25% less to cast it. Beautiful. So let's rename our things. Renaming's a little bit different on PC. Oh, you can't pause to rename things on PC. Sad. You can pause to rename things on console. That will need to go in the guide. When you rename things, it pauses the game. That sucks. Yeah. Let's just see if we can keep the same type of item. Yeah, that's really sad. When you rename things, it doesn't pause the game. Bugger. So I guess what you have to do is you probably just have to use more potions if you're going to rename stuff. That's sad. Oh well, I'll have to stick that in the guide, I guess. Another edit to the guide. Anyway, it doesn't matter for the moment. So that's our Jedi hat. Then we want more Fortify Alteration. And then we're going to put it on our little robe. So this is going to be our Jedi robe, which I need to now figure out how best to rename in an expedient amount of time. Jedi robe, there we go. Then we're going to craft you. And then we're going to go to one of our rings, which we have quite a lot of, so maybe we'll go with a silver one. And then we'll go Fortify Alteration again, and then we'll make you a Jedi ring. Is there a way to... No. Then we're going to do that, and then finally we're going to go all the way to the necklace, which is one of these guys, and then we're going to get a Jedi necklace. So if we go F and then we hold down delete, we could use that to our advantage. We could just delete the first part of the word holding down delete and make it from there. That's something you can do. Anyway, we have our Jedi set. Hooray. What is the Jedi set, do you ask? So, if anyone remembers Star Wars Episode 5, Luke hovers a spaceship using telekinesis. And that's kind of the point of this set. We now will expend no money casting alteration spells. So what we're going to do next, because we have 40 alteration, is we're going to go and visit Mr. Tolfdir. So let's go do that and hopefully not fight a dragon. Okay, alright, and then we'll go and see Mr. Tolfdir, who is in here. Hey man. Alright, what have you got for sale? You should have some gems, so I'll buy a Grand Soul Gem, because we'll use that later, and then you should also have telekinesis. Yoink! And then in return we will sell some of our cool little daggers, like so. You can have a hunting bow and a glass dagger. And whatever else I don't need, like that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and for some reason I have a pickaxe. Oh, and I can disenchant that, because I haven't disenchanted that yet, but we can do that later. And some steel daggers, sure, that will do. Alright, so, time to use some Jedi mind tricks. Have I got any crap that I picked up by accident? How about a bowl? There we go, good. So this is our... It's our cool little item. So what we're going to do now, I'm not even going to bother quick barring it because it's just something you wouldn't use very regularly. But now we're going to do this thing called Jedi Fast Travel. So what is Jedi Fast Travel? You basically, so you've donned alteration gear, and now alteration spells cost nothing. That's not the spell I was after. That is not the spell I was after at all. We need to learn it. That would help. We are a bit tired. Alright, let's go to alteration, and then yeah, okay, cool. So I've got telekinesis, and that's the console. So now, alteration spells cost nothing. Let's fast travel. Let's see if your frickin' shop works, eh? Oh look, we leveled up. So yeah, the bowl gets lost to the void. But we just got some sweet ass levels, and now alteration is 100. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So this is a dumb way of leveling, and sweet. That's extra effect. Thanks. And let's see if you're open now. Hi. Good. You finally decided to sell me shit. Thanks. Alright, so this is the best clothing shop in the game. And you can buy a whole assortment of clothes here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy both of these blacksmith aprons because they're going to be my crafting items. I'm going to buy some hats because I'm going to use them as well. So she has 4 fine hats. I'll buy some of them. And then we're also going to buy some gloves. So this is one of the only places in the game you can buy clothing gloves. Not light armor gloves, clothing gloves. And we're going to make use of them right now. Meanwhile, we've got all the leveling music going on in the background. She does sell master level robes. If you want to make use of them, not that we're really going to. She also sells a boatload of enchanted jewelry. So we have alchemy already. I think we have disenchanted the sneaking thing, but I can't remember. So in case we haven't, I'm going to spend 4 grand on that. And then, yeah. We could get blocking, but there's not really that much point. And I could have saved. I could have held out for that little ring there. Oops. Anyway, we're just going to pay for all of that using our little daggers. Because why not? Dagger. That's the wrong set of daggers. Let's go with this set of daggers. And we're going to sell 7 of them. Alright. Cool. Thanks, lady.
Finally.
Alright, so yeah, and you can also buy stuff like... What a tosser. Alright, and then we're going to go and see the smith.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
No. Doody-doody-doo. Alright, what do I want to do now? So yeah, now that we have the extra effect perk, we can go and make... Ooh, you're back. Good. Great timing.
Let's see here. I've got another letter from Rallis. This is the last thing I'm delivering for him. That place is just too much for me. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Yeah, so this being the courier, the other side of the wall.
I've got a lot of respect for
Down there. Thanks, courier. Good. Alright, well that's pretty much perfect timing, because we're wondering what the hell we're going to do, and we know exactly what we're going to do. We're now going to go and clear out Kolbjorn Barrow for the final time, and that'll be probably a good way to end the video. So let's go to Kolbjorn Barrow right now.
Captain Gallen does the business around here. I'm just a ship's mate.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gallen.
Yep. Alright, so now we finally go and see the ruin, and this happens. And yeah, everyone's dead. And you are directed to our little pile of books that we were reading before. And time for the final volume. Lord Ahzidal demands more blood, and I give it willingly. The hired men have been somewhat pitiful souls, and it sometimes takes several of them to achieve the desired effects. I won't be writing anymore. There is no need. The time has come to awaken the master and bring him to the fate that he deserves. So, yeah, he's kind of just, intentionally brought everyone here to the slaughter. But you could, in theory, argue that he was doing that because he was being mind-controlled by Ahzidal. And thus is the beauty of Elder Scrolls writing, is that you don't know. You have this ambiguity. It could be that he was persuaded to do it by Ahzidal, or it could be that he came here knowing that that was what was going to happen, because he hasn't exactly been the most forthcoming guy with his intentions, has he? We still have the Jedi set on, so let's get rid of all this crap. We should have probably put all this away. But anyway, yeah, let's put back our items on. We have a very messy inventory. So it's Mage's Circlet, Savus Aran's Amulet, Archmage Robes, and I think, and then the Enchanted Ring for our plus 20 hit points. Yeah, that looks about right. Sweet. Is there anything else we can burn perks on while we're here? Maybe magic resistance would be a good investment. Let's leave that as is. So now that we're in the position where we can basically just set, increase alteration from 15 to 100 and reset it whenever we want, we can invest a little bit of perks into alteration, and if we don't want them we can just legendary reset it and then do it all over again. Thus is the beauty of Jedi Fast Travel. Right, so here's a word. It was make a noise previously. I'm not sure too much what the Cyclone Shout does. Never really used it. Meanwhile, we are... I'm pretty sure there's something over there that we can't reach. So what we're going to do is run over there and then just get the Dremora to deal with it. So we're going to run through here. Where is our little bonky trap? Here he is. Let's run through the bonky trap. Through here, through here, through here, down here, and now we're coming close to where we wanted to go. Alright, so the new excavated bit is in that direction. But before we do that, there's some stuff to get rid of. So let's get rid of the stuff. No idea where Lydia is, but we'll just clear out this one and then wait a bit until she catches up, as we always do. wonder how our archery's going, actually. What archery skill are we at? We are at 65. Okay, at 70 archery you can get this, and that's very useful. But we haven't got to 70 yet, so we'll keep plugging away. Oh, it's a bit of a hopeless shot. Goodbye, Storm Atronak. Now I don't know whether or not there's still this guy over here. There could well be. Let's find out. Yeah, there is. Hi. Just chilling. Wow, that's cool. I love Skyrim sometimes. And then there's a restless Draugr. Can I shoot it? Yeah, I can. Good. This is a fun game. Just don't hit the axes. Goodbye. Alright, that's the end of that. We're going to jump over you. Then we're going to sprint down here. And that's Lydia. Hi Lydia. Cool. Alright. Alright. Let us continue. So, sure, let's search and bury alone. That way. Hey, we got sneak to 40, so we could get deadly aim if we had the perks, but we don't, because we need 2 perks and we only got 1 spare at the moment. I don't know how I didn't hit you, there we go. Ah, that happened. I forgot that happens. Let's do this. And yeah, how do I open you? Do I do that? Doody doody doo. That has a whale. And this also has a whale. Yeah. Basically, if you set these 2 things to eagle, then it opens the bottom, and then if you set them both to whale... Wait! Oh, there we go, she got through. And then if you set these both to whale, then you can open that. That's what we're going to do. Alright, sweet. And then you can get the Ahzidal armor. Ooh, so what does the armor do? So the armor does, drumroll, the Ahzidal armor of retribution. Enemies who strike you with a melee attack have a small chance of being paralyzed. Yay. Well, considering that we don't really want to be hit with melee attacks, probably not the most useful thing in the world. So yeah, let's... And Lydia somehow made it to the bottom before me. That was a bit weird. There's a bunch of potions. Elven helmet. Yeah, a little urn. Alright. Just summon these guys and then set the whole room on fire because it's funny. Whee! Oh. Goodbye. Yeah, and then if you go to do 2 snakes here, I'm not sure where you learn to do 2 snakes, but I mean you did 2 eagles, and then you did 2 whales, and then I guess by process of elimination 2 snakes should do something, yeah? And if you do 2 snakes, then you get... That was a trap. Oh, you get this thing. Oh my goodness, thanks. You get the Ahzidal Helmet of Vision, so now... So everybody gets out of that room and stops dying to traps. We have the full set of Ahzidal artifacts. So we've got the armor, the boots, the gauntlets, the helm, and 2 different rings. So if you were to try and look for, you need, so basically, if you have wear any 4 relics of Ahzidal, and you get plus 10 enchanting, and you need to include the boots in that. So basically, yeah, You need to wear 4 of these things, and because there's 2 rings, you cannot get access to 4 of them that you can wear simultaneously until the final time that you've cleared this ruin. So for like weight purposes, the lightest set that you can carry that's probably useful going forward is boots, gauntlets, helm, and ring of arcana. And so usually, if I want to carry this around as my quote unquote enchanting set, I will carry these guys around and then leave the armor and the ring of necromancy back at base. Okay, time to save, because Ahzidal hits like a truck. Bye. Alright. Hey man. We're going to park ourselves in this doorway. We're going to hopefully not get sniped by fire spells. And we're going to summon Dremora over and over again, because they're going to die. Alright, he's currently being a bit dumb. What he should be doing is using his cool little fire stream spell. Because that goes through targets and does 100 damage. Yeah, any minute now, he'll use that. He's kind of forgetting how to use it at the moment. Which I don't mind. Would kind of rather he forgets how to use it, because then I don't have to worry about dying. Okay, he's figured out how to use it. Now it gets fun. Let's run in the doorway. Yeah, so that little burp of flames does about 100 damage a pop. But of course now he won't do it while I have the cursor on Lydia, just to show how much damage it does. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's summon you guys again. This is probably going to run out soon. Hopefully Lydia doesn't die. She's quite close to dying. Not a fan. This guy's being very cool. Alright. But I don't really want to get near her to heal her, because then I'll get in the path of the spell and I'll die. So, slight conundrum. We're so close. Yeah, there we go. Lydia's gonna die, isn't she? Nope, she managed to survive. Just. Alright. And you get this thing, which is a Dragon Priest mask that increases fire resistance and does more fire damage. So I guess if you wanted to use that in conjunction with, you know, intense flames and yada 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 yada, then you could do that. Anyway, so now we talk to Mr. Closet Necromancer over here and ask what the fuck that was about.
I don't remember. Ever since I got here to Kolbjorn, I've heard whispers, voices, thoughts, imaginings. They've only gotten louder since I've stayed, pounding, driving. A couple of times I blacked out. It was just before the Draugr woke up. I don't know. Maybe. It's what he wanted. He just needed their energy. I don't know. I hope I didn't. But maybe I... Please, you have to believe me.
So it's at this point you can either kill him or you can leave him alone. So I usually choose to do this.
Of course.
Because then you can hire him as a follower later, and he's quite a neat little follower. He is a light armoured dual wielding follower who scales to level 60, and he has a perk that doubles his damage. Yep. so he's quite nice. But we're not going to hire him just yet. But we might hire him come late game, which is, I guess, almost here. We've only got a few more things to do before we officially reach the quote-unquote late game. Anyway, he's just going to piss off now, and we are officially done with the ruin. Actually, there's one more thing. Because we are on Solstheim, there is one more thing that we need to do.
Serve you, my Thane?
So before I forget, let's give you some things to carry so that I don't get over encumbered. Yeah, you can take that, and you can take, I'll leave the Ahzidal set for the moment, you can take the Kite and Shield, and the Fur Armour, and yeah, that'll do. Alright.
Let's get going then.
What have we got here? A few gems, a little chest, with an elven mace. Maybe we could give that to Lydia, if she has a mace. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright. Okie doke.
I've never seen anything quite like that.
So yeah. Welcome to Lovecraftian-inspired Daedra, everyone. This is Hermaeus Mora, who is basically Yog Sothoth if he was in the Elder Scrolls universe. So he's got lots of eyes and tentacles, and creepy things about him. But he likes knowledge and stuff. So before we go and embrace his knowledge, let's loot all of this stuff, and then we'll give it to you.
Still here. I am sworn to
Because she can't come with us. That is the sad part about black books, is that followers cannot follow you in. But you know what can follow you in? Beavis and Butthead. So, in my guide, I suggest, again, before coming to Solstheim, that you get Twin Souls, and this is another reason why you should get Twin Souls before you come to Solstheim. Let's go.
What are you doing?
So, another seeker after knowledge enters my realm. I am Hermaeus Mora, Prince of Fate and Lord of Secrets. This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Perhaps you will prove clever enough to uncover the secrets hidden here. If so, welcome. Oh, perhaps you are a fool or a coward. If so, you are in peril. Read your book again and escape before Apocrypha claims you forever.
Cool. So yeah, welcome to Apocrypha. The dark areas hurt, so candlelight is amazing. Thanks, candlelight. So yeah, there's some, some things lying around. There's mostly books and soul gems and enemies. So yeah. The enemies are not very common, but they are quite strong. So this realm, all the realms are different. This realm is basically one really long corridor. And I forgot how to open this. There we go. Press the button. That'll work. And then these pods are like little containers that again contain soul gems, the odd potion, a bunch of books that I didn't really want to pick up, but I did anyway. Yeah. So yeah, enemies in this realm. You got that fat ass thing there called a lurker, which has hit points comparable to a dragon, can kill you in one shot and staggers all of your minions off the edge of cliffs. And then you have this thing, which doesn't do much damage but teleports. So what we are going to do, we are going to try and be somewhat tactful with taking them. But our Dremora buddies are still pretty... Yeah, there we go, he teleports high. Dremora buddies are still pretty okay. Oh yeah, when he gets down to half health, he kind of does this thing where he duplicates himself. But if you go for the real one, then the duplicate dies like that. Goodbye. And this similarly has lots of books. Did I just close the door? Okay, I think the lurker spotted us. Nope. It's a nice realm for stealth archery, in theory, in here. There we go, hit one. Come on. So this Seeker's gonna like teleport. Hi Loka. How you doing, man? Sweet. Very tentacly. Doo-dee-doo. Alright, we're almost there. Cool. Alright, summon you guys again. Chuck Candlelight on so I can run through here without taking a stupid amount of damage. We'll loot his body. Yeah, these guys have often some enchanted items on them, which is nice. There's also these traps that come out and whack you, and these will probably kill me in one hit. So, just to demonstrate... No, they almost killed me in one. Alright. I am still playing on Legendary. I just expect to die in here. I'm used to dying so much. Maybe it's because I take more health now than I did when I started playing this, so I'm kind of dying less. Let's not stand in front of the trap. Zoomies. Dead. That is a... yeah, okay. I was hoping not to attract that before we come up here. So this guy is like a lurker but has double the hit points. So I'm going to save here. This is effectively the boss fight. Alrighty. Whee! Yeah, so if you stand up here and he doesn't run up to get to shoot you, so basically if you keep the Dremoras come like that, then you should be fairly safe to use this as a little vantage point, and it is always permanently lit. So unlike down there, you don't have to worry about... just watch it. Spaz? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what my other Dremora is doing. So now I'm a little bit worried, so I'm going to have to run down here, and then I'm going to have to summon you two again, and then I'm going to have to run into the dark, because he's a little bit close to this stairwell for my liking. It's a bit further back now, thank you. What we might do, in the event that shit hits the fan, we'll have you ready. Hey, no, that's not what I clicked. I clicked that. Okay. Alright. This is basically akin to fighting a dragon. These things, but they deal a lot of damage, and they don't fly around and waste time. They just smack your minions and hurt. But thankfully, a little Dremora sticking it out. And we might... well, there we go. That sounded like one of them just died. So we're going to summon a couple of other ones and hope that he doesn't turn around to fight us, and if he does, we're going to have to go ethereal. No, we're good. I swear he's healing when he's standing in this little pool and we're not actually dealing damage to him. I kind of get the feeling that that's what's happening. Anyway, now we go. Now we're getting there. Yeah, good luck fighting these things in melee and legendary difficulty. Maybe if you had crafted equipment, that's a possibility, but at the moment it's not. Alright. And we have cleared the black book. Alright, so at the end you get the obligatory end of thing loot. You get some books. You get this thing called Conjure Seeker, which summons a Seeker, which is not as useful as a Dremora, so I never use it. This thing is effectively the chest at the end. Where were you when the dragon broke? Dragon breaks are a cool lore thing that take way too long to explain, but they're basically a way of doing time travel and timelines and wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. Anyway, so here we are. We have completed the black book, and we can choose one of 3 prizes. Now, this particular black book gives us some once-a-day powers, so we can make it so power attacks cost no stamina for 30 seconds, we can make it so that spells cost no magicka for 30 seconds, or we can make it so that you take half damage for 30 seconds. Now, because we are a squishy little thing, we're going to go with that one. And then get out of here. Alright, and we made it back out, and Lydia's still here, and then we head out. And that's that. Alright, we cleared Kolbjorn Barrow, and we got ourselves the Ahzidal set, and we got ourselves a Jedi set, and we got ourselves extra effect, which means that next video we can jump into enchanting our first set of crafting equipment. I think that's a good thing to do. So yeah, we'll just mosey on out. Past all these miners that had their lives sacrificed in vain. Then wait once we get to the door so that Lydia can catch up. In theory, so that Lydia can catch up. There we go, and then we head out. Alright, okay, actually there is one more thing that I would like to do before we make our first set of enchanted equipment, and that is to get another black book, which is up here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set a rough map marker in this direction, round about there, and next time we're going to head towards that map marker. But for now, I think that is enough, so we will save. And we will leave it there. So thank you very much, guys, and I hope you have a great day.